What's up, y'all? My name is Devontae, and I sacrificed my time so you don't have to. Forewarning, if I say some stupid shit, like, I'm kind of high right now. I'm just warning y'all right now. I'm hitting my wax pen, and I'm just chilling. All my family, they all up in Orlando right now. I got the house to myself. I can't go nowhere because I'm still working. I'm out of work right now, but I mean, like, I'm at work in general. They're up visiting the family, all chilling and shit. I can't go up there because I gotta go to work tomorrow. But I'm off today, and I got the crib to myself. And I decided, you know what, bruh? I'm gonna go turn on some old school Raw. I do this shit all the time, man. Y'all know. And by the way, I'm gonna bring back the retro reviews in a couple of weeks also, so I can start reviewing some of these shows again. Sorry, had to take a hit real quick. But as I'm watching these shows, bruh, and mind you, whenever I watch these shows, especially when I'm just like in a zone and I'm just like fried and shit, like, I would actually watch the shows super intently. Like, yeah, sometimes I fall asleep and shit, but I will watch the shows super intently, and I probably go in like a little bit of a space as to where I was when I was like 8 or 9 years old. And like, bruh, I be fixated on the shit. I be actually engaging with the shit. Like, people be saying the most corniest shit. Like, I was watching the episode, it was like either November or December of 98. I can't remember the date. No, the show I was watching, right? Y'all remember that segment when you had Godfather in the ring and he was going to wrestle William Regal? He went by Steven Regal at the time, though. And Steven Regal came out to the ring. And you know how Godfather used to do. You know his gimmick. You'll either wrestle him or he'll give you the hose and you can go do whatever you want to do with the hose. And Steven Regal was like, yo, I'm gonna take the hose, man. And Godfather was like, damn, I ain't know you were gonna do that, because England ain't nothing but a bunch of F slur. Can't say it because I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube again, but you get what I'm saying though, right? That shit was corny as fuck, but that shit had me laughing. I was on the flow rolling, bro. And then, like, bruh, I watched another episode, right? Feel me? Check it out. I watched another episode, right? And you know the episode, this is probably a couple of weeks later, where you had Undertaker sacrificing Midian. Well, I mean, he was Dennis Knight at the time. He was part of the Godwins, but like, that's when he got resurrected as Midian, right? And like, bruh, tell me why, oh God, bro, I'm dumb as fuck, bro. See, this is why I can't watch wrestling when fried, bro. Tell me why Undertaker stuck the, you know, the little fucking knife in Midian's chest, and he's like embalming him and feels like, oh, it looks like a sacrifice or whatever shit. And I'm looking at that shit, I'm like, Taker, you wrong for that. I'm dumb, bro. I told you, bro, I can't, bro. I was way more fried earlier today than I am right now. I'm fried right now, but I ain't nowhere near as bad as I was earlier. But there's a point to all this madness that I'm talking about right now, right? So check it out. Bruh, while I'm enjoying the show, my nigga, like, I'm watching this shit and I'm enjoying this shit like a legitimate fan. And I'm sitting back and I'm like, damn, bruh, I can watch Raw when I'm high, like the current episodes of Raw or SmackDown or AEW or whatever. And bruh, even then, I still don't feel like... Hang on, bro. Sorry about that. I still... Shit, don't talk too fast. I still... Excuse me. I still feel like when I watch Raw and shit like that, like I don't know, bro. Like, I still don't engage with it like I engage with like the Attitude Era episodes and shit like that, right? Or the Attitude Era shows or Ruthless Aggression Era shows. And it's like, damn, bro. Like, when I was a kid and I used to watch this shit, I was a fan. Then I watch this shit now as an adult, I'm engaging with it as a fan. Why can't I do the same shit with the other programming currently today? Like, when I watch the current programs today, I gotta take notes. And yeah, I mean, like figuratively speaking, like, fuck the channel for a second. Like, yeah, obviously I do it for the channel. But I mean, like, even before the channel and shit, I gotta critique every little fucking thing. Like, damn, Mo, look at that shit right there. Nah, he shouldn't have done that right there, bruh. Damn, bruh. You really gonna start pushing that man right there? Really, bruh? Really? You gonna start doing that? Or even better, if we do want to reflect off of present day, even more so with the channel, fuck the channel. Channel or no channel, fuck that shit. When, like, I'll look at some shit, right? And I gotta judge it by the numbers. Oh, look at this 5-star rating right here. Why you judging it like that? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? Pretty much playing wrestling quarterback, armchair quarterback, right? Oh, you know, leave it up to the bit boys, right? And like, I want to sit back and I really do want to enjoy the programming, like real shit. I want to enjoy the programming, but my point being is, why can I do it for this as far as engaging with the programming and just watching it like a regular television show, but I can't do it for the other programming, you feel me? And like, I came to the conclusion, bro. Is it us as wrestling fans that's ruining the product for ourselves more so than the people in the higher up positions or the wrestlers themselves who's ruining the product for us? Like, check it out for a second. I said to myself, okay, let me try this then. I'm gonna just go on YouTube and I'm gonna just watch something, just anything, just any current product shit, and I'm gonna just try to just soak it in, just watch a whole entire match, try to soak it in. And again, bruh, I did it again, bro. It was Seth Rollins versus The Miz at Backlash back in 2018, I think. I said, let me go after a really, really good match. Let me watch some of the programs building up to this, and let's watch the match in itself. And I'm watching it, and again, bruh, it's just something about the current product, bruh. I can tell you what it is, but at the same time, bruh, it's like, damn, man, I really can enjoy this shit as just a fan. And it has nothing to do with age. Cause it's like, bro, my nigga, like, I was watching just this programming right here. The Attitude Era shit. I was just watching that like it was a normal show. My age currently right now. And people can be like, oh, well, Devontae, that shit's like embedded in your psyche. You feel me? Like, you grew up and you watched all this shit right here. So like, it's gonna have some effect on you as you're an adult. Like, you do understand that's how that works, right? It's just a thing that's just gonna occur. It's trapped in within you. Okay, bet. That's fine. I understand, because you could probably take the same type of context and you could put it towards music, right? You could say that growing up with music, for an example, back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s, you can look at that shit and you can say to yourself, oh, well, yeah, that's what I grew up with. So even though I'm at an older age, my intentions to go back and listen to that is not so much nostalgia as much as it is, I just like that music in general. But if they were to do something along the lines of that same type of music today, you wouldn't engage with like you engaged with it back in the day. So yeah, it's a nostalgia thing. It's definitely more so to do with your mentality and how you actually grew up listening to the music and yada yada yada, right? I want to bring it to this. And I do want to make a metaphoric comparison, right? You look at today's music, and I'm going to come right back to wrestling because I'm tying this all in together. You look at today's music, for an example, right? And you tell me the substance that what they're producing right now has anything in comparison to what you heard growing up. Like, there's no way that I can look at, for an example, a Tupac Shakur, right? Or hell, even from a rock perspective, I'm saying super mainstream. I don't want to go underground, so we can all, you know, connect, all right? I can look at a Tupac, or I can look at a Nirvana, and I can see what they're doing with their music, and I can say to myself, damn, there's passion, there's energy, there's a uniqueness to it, there's a creativity behind it, and you could tell that it was all on their own. There wasn't anything behind them to push it, and you could tell that they took their time with their craft in order to make whatever they make to put out there in their image. Whether it fell or whether it got better, it was all based on them and what they did. You could tell that the final product came from that perspective, whereas I see now artists who are trying to bring back gangster rap or trying to reinvent gangster rap, or artists who are now trying to do something punk rock related. It just doesn't feel the same, because the music business and the music industry today, it feels like today they're just like like, bro, we got to meet a certain quota, or like, bro, like there's a certain demand that we just need to get the fuck in, like, right? And it's like back then, like, you know what I think it was Blackie Speaks who I heard say some shit like this. He was saying some shit about album sales not being how it used to be back in the days. Now people nowadays have this quick fixation of like, oh, I gotta see a single, I gotta get a single, it's all about the single. Or you look at things based off, you know, TikTok culture or YouTube shorts or Instagram or any of them shits, right? That's the kind of attention span that we have nowadays. And it's like people today try to curtail that type of product based off of that mentality. So even though you had the music back then, you could take it now and put it in today's environment. No one's going to engage with it like the people who grew up with the music back in the days engaged with. You get what I'm saying? So even though, for an example, you can have something like I don't know, like a Tupac or a Kurt Cobain doing whatever they're doing in their music back in the 1990s and everybody was having fun with it, you can never really cultivate something like that creatively, refreshing, new, however you like to put it. You can't do anything original today because it's impossible with the attention span of what we have nowadays based of our own mentality because of the things that surround us nowadays, right? And that's when I tie it back up with wrestling. Sorry, I had to pause for a second. You ain't hear that edit, did y'all? Nah, I had to talk real quick. I'm sorry. But no, that's how it comes right back to wrestling and how I look at wrestling nowadays. And this is why I'm asking the question of whether or not is it the fans' fault as far as not being able to engage and the higher ups just pretty much playing into that mentality. Because even though I can look at the final product of what the Attitude Era was presented to us from an observational standpoint, you know, like what the characters were giving us, the product at the time, doesn't have so much to do with the product of what they were giving us at the time, which was refined, was refreshed. You could tell everything was planned out. There's a reason why you had longer duration when it came to story and not so quick of payoffs. Versus today, everything just feels so rushed. Everything feels like, oh, okay, we have to do it right now. Like the Edge and Christian story, for an example. The Edge and Christian angle in AEW, that had every right to play out all the way up to, at the very least, Revolution in February, right? But they took it upon themselves to do the angle right now. They are going to have 2 matches already when Edge just debuted in October. Like, we're in December. I thought they were going to stretch this shit out to get the first match at least in February. What I was really, really hoping for is they could try to pull an Undertaker and Kane and stretch this out probably to Double or Nothing if you kept the story interesting enough and gave us a couple of twists and turns here. That's what I thought they were going to do. That's what I felt they should have done. But instead, Edge debuts in October and we're already getting the second match between him and Christian in December. Tell me how that makes sense. It does, though. From today's standards, it does make sense. Because that's today's audience. That's what the people who engage with the product want to see. That's that TikTok mindset that I was just touching on a little bit ago. People have such short attention spans that they can't fathom having to wait. They can't fathom having the patience to see a story through and getting that reward when it's all said and done. So based off of that criteria, based off of that trend, I feel like higher ups play into that shit. You feel me? Like, I feel like people like Triple H or Tony Khan, they see how people engage and react to social media or how people engage and react on the internet overall, and they see this and they say to themselves, okay, we got to go down this path. Because you have some stories that in reality, on the surface, looks like, okay, well, shit, that could be trash. Why are you going down that path? But in reality, if you actually gave it some time, gave it some room to grow, even the shittiest of angles can really get over. I'll give you an example. Comparison. You look back in 1999, you see, say, Test and Stephanie McMahon, and you have this little mid-card angle, and you're going into SummerSlam with Test and Shane McMahon. Everything about that angle, from the match between Test and Shane, from Stephanie and Test getting married and all that shit, none of that shit should have worked in the end of the day. And in reality, if any of that shit happened today, it wouldn't work. because you wouldn't have the time and you wouldn't have the patience to refine and actually give you a final product that makes sense based off of what these characters are doing, right? I'll give you an example, because in comparison to what you see right there back in 1989, you get something right now like that dude from 2.0, the Canadian dude, and Ruby Soho. They're like girlfriend and boyfriend on screen, right? I forgot the dude's name, Cool Hand Luke or Cool Hand whatever the fuck his name is. They have a little angle going on right now on Rampage that they're filtering in little by little on, I seen it last night on Dynamite, right? And it's like, in reality, that's the kind of angle that would have actually worked in the 90s, and it would have gotten some superstars over. And if it wouldn't have gotten anybody over, at the very least, it would have led into a bigger story. Because remember, Test and Shane and Stephanie, what did that lead to in the end of the day? That little mid-card minuscule angle that no one was thinking about, what did that lead to in the end of the day? That led to the formation of the McMahon-Helmsley regime. That was the building blocks right there. Because it took Triple H to fuck over Test and Stephanie's marriage to put himself into a position where now he has Stephanie as a manager. And hell, to even go a little bit further, or imitating life, one can argue if it wasn't for that angle in particular, maybe they would have met in some other ways. But Triple H and Stephanie got married. They started dating. Triple H, unfortunately, cheated on Chyna. All this happened because they had to come together and work together more often based off of that angle that they had to portray outside of television with their marriage and shit like that. Think about that for a second. You can make a strong argument that the whole Test, Shane, Stephanie triangle shit led to Triple H and Stephanie being married in real life. Led to Triple H now being one of the higher ups. Now, obviously, one can say to themselves, that's bombastic. But what I'm saying is, it's little things like that. If you have the patience and if you wait it out, even the smallest of feuds can get over if you just chill for a second and let it breathe. Right? And that's when it comes right back to the attention span of the fan. Because you see an angle like that about 20 years ago, and it's minimalistic as fuck, and it's like, damn, bro, yeah, holy shit, yeah, this angle has no right to get over when you think about it. But fans were so okay with what they were seeing at the time with the product because the attention span wasn't lacking as much as what you see nowadays, that they were willing to just let it play out based off of what the characters are doing on television, right? Right? It wasn't just being so judgmental and focusing on this and focusing on this and focusing on that. It was more so just watching the characters and seeing how they play out. And eventually you got to the conclusion, and that conclusion, it meant prosperity for the business overall. When you think about it, at the very least, if you don't look at it from a positive standpoint, you can't deny the fact that, well, it was the shot heard around the world, right? It was a domino effect that led to where we're at right now, arguably, when you think about it. Now, I'm not saying obviously that can happen with a Ruby Soho and a Cool Hand Luke or whatever the fuck the guy's name is. But what I'm saying is, that's the kind of shit that plays out when you chill the fuck out for a second and don't judge every little thing and just wait it out for a second. That's what I'm talking about, right? So I just thought about this because I'm like, damn, bro, I'm watching all these episodes of Raw. Damn, my high's starting to come down. Fuck. I'm watching all these shits and all these episodes of Raw, and I'm seeing the current product right now, and I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, bro. Now imagine if we actually had the attention span to just sit back and just wait for a little while. Maybe Tony Khan right now wouldn't have the mentality of what he has right now as far as indulging himself to his sycophant-ass fans. If the sycophant-ass fans weren't the same ones on TikTok or on Instagram or on Twitter or on the YouTube comment section constantly going, well, shit, maybe you should have pushed this guy. And then Tony Khan sees that and he says to himself, damn, maybe I should push that guy, right? And obviously this doesn't harm WWE as much as it does AEW, but the same thing can be said about a WWE also. Granted, they're going to take more of a hands-on approach than say a Tony Khan would, because Tony Khan, again, unfortunately, it feels as if like he's in the pockets of his own marks. But it's not as if Triple H or the rest of the company don't indulge again with the mentality of the wrestling fan. Maybe they don't do exactly what the wrestling fan wants them to do exactly in terms of the events that are taking place or the storylines that are taking place, but they are indeed engaging with the mentality of the wrestling fan, and they say to themselves, let's not waste our times on this angle, or let's not waste too much time on this angle, or let's not push this superstar, because they know how the TikTok mind thinks in 2023. going into 2024. Because I'm telling you, bro, you could take the same product in 1989 and put it in today's atmosphere and it wouldn't work. But I guarantee you could take some of the superstars and take some of the angles in today's wrestling and put it inside 1989, and I guarantee you it would work. Same thing can be said about the professional wrestling from an in-ring perspective. It would work if you didn't have the wrestlers going out there and having to get all their shit in at one time and letting it spread out and telling a legitimate story and then get to a conclusion where you can actually blow everything off rather than having to blow everything off right then and there because, hey, I can do it. It doesn't matter whether or not you can do it. It's whether or not you should do it, but they feel like they can do it, so they do it. And it's like, damn, bruh, now you just blew everything off and there's no reason to want to watch your match going on to the pay-per-view. Even worse if you did do an Edge and Christian and now you had the match on the show and now you're going to have it on the pay-per-view. Well, damn, what the fuck are you going to do on the pay-per-view that's no different than what you did on the show already? Because in reality, you motherfuckers can't really hang with any of the young kids nowadays, so you would think you'd take a different approach. And it's like, oh, we're going to go the no disqualification match route. Okay, and you're going to compare that to what the fuck happened last month or a month or two ago with Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland was doing? You push the envelope so high because people have short attention spans that they can't see these things play out too much, where now you just ruined a bunch of shit. And again, that domino effect plays out now in a negative way. Now you have a pay-per-view match that in reality should be playing out probably even in April, but I'll be courteous and I'll say in February, playing out right now, where now you have to do a no disqualification match. How much better would it have been if maybe the Devils would have played a part in MJF losing this world championship, especially now because he's injured, and Christian gets that world championship belt, right? And then you turn Swerve Strickland face, and then he can go up against Christian for a little bit. And maybe he could provide a little bit of clarity going into February, maybe doing some stuff, and maybe Edge can fuck over Christian and he could drop the belt to Swerve Strickland. Or maybe that's just something to buy the time until you get to Edge and Christian for the World Championship at a February show like Revolution, at an April show or May show like a Double or Nothing. A bunch of things could have played out, but instead you took the short attention span route. And I get it. I understand why you did it. You did it because that's what the wrestling fan thinks. That's how the wrestling fan thinks nowadays. And shit can't get over like that. It's hard for shit to get over like that. How the fuck can something get over like that? You can't fucking present me a Harry Potter book and say that you can read the entire story in 10 pages, bruh. That doesn't work. How does that work? That just doesn't make any fucking sense at all. It doesn't make any sense at all. No matter the interesting characters, it just doesn't work that way. You have to have Harry Potter in about 500 or 600 pages or however many fucking pages it was in that book. You can't just tell the story of Harry Potter, no matter how interesting the characters are. You can't do that story justice in just 10 pages. You can't play a video game like Grand Theft Auto and it be as short as just bring a storyline. You can't, it just doesn't work that way, bruh. And it's like with that mentality, with the way the fans think, one can argue that it's the wrestling fan in itself that's ruining professional wrestling more so than the higher ups. Because if the wrestling fan had a different mentality, if they weren't so quick to want to rush shit all the fucking time, then maybe, just maybe some of these higher ups would see that mentality and they would try to expand off of that. Just saying, man. I felt like I wanted to talk about that because I'm like, damn, bro. Damn, look at the product today versus a couple of years ago and how I'm engaging with it versus how I'm engaging with it now. It just feels so I can't even say overproduced. It just feels so inauthentic. You know what I'm saying? That's how I get off. It comes off to me like it's super duper inauthentic. And it's like, damn, you can, even if it's like not even, like fuck the offensive part, but like, you can't take the simplistic of stories today or yesteryear and put that in today and make that work. No wrestling fan will actually go out of the way to engage with that shit. That's just, it blew my mind. And obvious, and unfortunately, it took me getting high to actually come up to this conclusion, but that's okay. That's okay, because I'm gonna let you guys think to yourselves, what did I just say right now that happens to be wrong? I'm gonna leave it up to you guys in the comment section and, try to spit facts at me. Try to tell me, damn, Devontae, I don't think you know what you're talking about, bruh. Because there are certain scenarios that I can engage with, I have no problem engaging with today or a couple of years ago. Now, granted, I would like to, just me, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I prefer to listen to people a little bit more older than like a sperm. But if you want to like go in the comment section as a sperm, you want to engage, then by all rights, go ahead and engage. Just say something smart, bro. There's no reason. I don't feel like I said anything controversial for a nigga to go down in the comment section and damn Devontae, Cheeto fingers on fire, tapping on my mama's keyboard. Goddamn, ain't that deep, bruh. But I do want to get some clarification, and maybe you can expand on what the fuck I'm saying. Maybe you can right some wrongs of what the fuck I'm saying. I'm even here to take some anecdotal evidence, bruh. I'm even here to take something from your own personal experience. Go ahead, talk to me. Go ahead, man. But I'm going to get back to what I was doing a couple of minutes ago, because, again, my high's starting to come down, and it's too early in the night for that shit to be going on right now. So I'm going to upload this, and you guys can do what you do best, and that's being bitches. No, I'm joking. I love you. I love you. I love you. As always, my name is Devontae, and I'll be catching you assholes later. Deuces, P. Eyes.